Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by today. So I thought I'd share with you some t-shirts I had made. Paige, the lady who comes and does my tube feedings and my medicines and all that kind of stuff, her daughter has a shop in another town below us, and she makes just t-shirts and stuff like that. So I had her to do this shirt for me. It says Llama Mama Kayla at YouTube. It's a beautiful day to crochet. So, and I love the little llama that she picked to go on this yellow one. I had her to do 4 shirts for me. I ordered the shirts on Amazon, and then Paige took them to her daughter, stepdaughter. Took them to her stepdaughter, and then she created them, and she just charged me a little bit to do that, to do the vinyl on them. So again, it says Llama Mama Kayla at YouTube, and it's a beautiful day to crochet. I thought that really looked good on the purple too. And let's see, I have 2 more. I have a gray one here. Yeah, I like this one. I like them all. I really do. I like them all. And then the last one is this pink color. Pink. It's kind of a pinky peach. But these shirts feel amazing. They're so soft and comfortable. I like the smile on the llama and her glasses. So I just think they all turned out really cute. And I appreciate Misty making those. And I wanted to show them to you guys. Yeah, I love this yellow one too. Yellow is my favorite color, and I don't even have yellow clothes. And so that's why I wanted to get a yellow one for sure. So today is Friday, and I had my appointments at the hospital today. I had an eye appointment. So I went to that eye appointment this morning, and it was a disappointment. All they did was screen my eyes, and I had to go to that machine where you stare at a light, and you have to click a button every time you see a flashing light. And so I can never do that. I can't keep my mind on what I'm doing. My mind starts thinking about other things, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be clicking this button. I don't know how that test is ever helpful to me, because every time I take it, I'm not on track. My mind starts wandering, and I get lost in what I'm doing. And then that was when working on this eye, and on this eye, my eye could not stay on the yellow or orange light. And the side of the machine tells her, I guess, when the machine is trying to find my eye, because it wouldn't stay focused on that. And so she kept saying, keep your eye on the yellow light or orange light, or I don't know, keep your eye on the light. And I was trying my best, but my eye was just like all over the place, and I couldn't keep my eye on it. So there would be a period I was just clicking the button because I could hear the machine, and I'm assuming there's a light every time I heard that machine do. And then there's times where I don't hear anything and I don't see anything, so I don't know. And then there's times where I'm just thinking about something else, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, oh yeah. And start clicking the button a bunch of times. I don't know. I think that's supposed to tell, like, your, golly, I can't think of the word. How you see in your, peripheral vision, And so, I don't know how I even passed that. So that's all I had done today. Next, she said, next time I come, I'll see the eye doctor. She did have me do some letters with the thing, but next time I'll see the actual eye doctor and do the letters again. And he'll do me a prescription or something. I don't know. I may end up going to a different vision doctor before then. I have no idea. And so then I had a little wait before I could see the pre-op. I needed to go up to the second floor and see pre-op for my surgery on Monday. And so I went up there and got registered and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there, and this lady comes by, and she's like, well, hey, Kayla, I hadn't seen you in a minute. And she's just talking, and I'm just like, I don't know who she is. She works at the hospital. I don't know who she is. So I just speak to her and talk and all that. And I'm just sitting there looking at my phone. That's all I had on me, was I was looking at my phone. And so she's, like, hadn't seen you in a minute, and we, just said hey, and, that's about all. And then I looked over, and this lady was looking at me. She was watching me the whole time. And I was just like, I don't know. And then the man comes out to call me to pre-op. And he said, Miss Miller. And so I was like, okay, I'm coming. He's like, get all your crochet stuff together. I didn't have nothing crochet on me whatsoever. And then we went around to his office, and he did my pre-op and stuff like that. And he asked about my crochet hook that I did not have with me. It was at home. But my finger crochet hooks, and I told him, yeah, and that I said, I now have 7 of those hooks to match that I have 7 fingers missing. He's like, you got a hook for every finger that you had amputated? And I was like, yeah. It wasn't intentional. It just happened that way. So I'm drinking my tea and just chilling. So it was hot out today. It was so hot. I don't know what the temp was, but it had to be like 1,000 at least. It was so hot. And so I had to run an errand. And then I ran by Dollar Tree and then to Sonic. I got something to drink and then made it home. And I was exhausted. I was so exhausted. I got in and put things away. And I was barely moving. I was barely getting around. But I got those things put away. And I come sat down in this chair. And I don't even know if I turned anything on to watch. My tablet's right here. Oh, you can't see that. My tablet's right here. And so, I don't know if I turned anything on, but I can usually, watch something when I'm in this chair. And next thing I know, Phoebe's barking because Big Daddy drove up from work. So I slept a while, got me a little nappy in. We made it till Friday evening. It's Friday night now, I guess. Big Daddy came in, we sat and chatted and visited for a little bit. And tomorrow, he and I need to watch our Duck Dynasty episode that we missed last week because I was so sick. I was going through that detox, morphine detox, and so we didn't get to watch our show. We're watching the episode of Duck Dynasty, the revival, every weekend on Sunday nights, and that didn't happen last week. So we need to watch our episode from last week, and the new episode this week will be out on Sunday night. Just something we're doing, a little date night, get some snacks, and sit down here together and watch our little show. And then, just rest this weekend. I have some things I want to get done before Monday, because Monday is going to be a long day. and then to come home with new parts inside me. I'm not sure how I'm going to do. And so I want to get some things done and organized and just ready. Ready for the whatever's going to happen. Be ready for it. Yep. So anyway, that's all we got planned for this weekend. It's just to chill, hang low, do a few things around here just to get ready for next week. I know I needed my laundry done. And Big Daddy got to do his laundry on Sunday nights, which he always does. But my laundry don't usually get done but about once every 2 weeks or so. And so just get that done and hang out here. And then Monday, we have Shreveport surgery. So, and they're going to do a scope, but I'm also getting a GJ tube placed. Right now I have a G tube, but we're turning it into a GJ. See how that works out for me. Anyway, just life, doing things that need to be done, getting stuff done. I don't know if I ever showed y'all my sloth. Hold on a second. This is Sammy, my sloth. Her shirt says chill out. She hangs out here on my cart. But I tell you what, and she does have a hangy thing on top of her head, or she could hang on my IV pole. But I will tell you this, like when I was detoxing and I was in the bed and I just needed like my arms, I needed something in my arms, like I didn't have a pillow there with me, and she was sitting on my cart here, which was rolled in there. I just grabbed her like that, and it gave my arm something to rest on. I just hugged up to her and got through that detox. She got me through it. She has blue eyes. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's my spirit animal, sloth. And her hands do Velcro together. She just sits over here and looks cute most of the time, but I did have to hug her the other night because my arms just needed something like a pillow. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I would hug a pillow at night to give my arms something to prop up on. But she served the purpose. It wasn't quite the same. She wasn't quite as big and fluffy enough, but we made it through it. Oh, goodness. Well, I hope you all have a great weekend. I don't know what you have planned, but you can tell me below. If you have plans for the weekend and what you're, will be up to. We're just going to hang low. I did talk to my son Dakota last night on the phone, and I'll probably talk to Elijah later this weekend, but Dakota and I had a good chat last night, and ended up, both of my kids have been telling me to get a smartwatch, and so Walmart has some right now that's like $20. Okay, it's not going to do all that fancy stuff for $20, but Dakota was telling me, just get this phone, and if you fall, you'll be able to, call somebody. Because if I don't carry a phone around with me. First off, I'm going to drop it. So I don't carry a phone around with me. When I come home from town, my phone is usually in the bottom of my purse. I don't usually remember to take it out until hours and hours later, and then it's probably dead by then. so it needs to be plugged up to be charged. I'm not an electronics person. I'm not into electronics and all that technical stuff. And so both the boys wanted me to have a smartwatch just so if I fall, I could call for help. Because they know that phone's not going to be nowhere near me. And so if I have the watch on, that's the thing. I have to get in the habit of wearing it because I'm not in a habit of wearing something like that without taking it off. But it's supposed to be waterproof, so I could shower in it, but then I probably wouldn't. But that's when I need a smartwatch, is if I fall in the shower and I'm by myself. Oh, but anyway, it was I think it was $22.98 for the watch. It's pink. They have, of course, they have smartwatches that go on up, but basically that's all I need is something that's gonna make a phone call for me. I'm not into the fitness part of it and all that kind of stuff. Dakota was telling me what I could do on it, which didn't interest me at all. It's kind of a big, bulky looking watch just for if I fall to make a phone call on. I don't know. I'll have to get used to the idea, I guess, when it comes in. It might be in this weekend. Saturday, maybe. So, I don't know, do you guys have a smartwatch? Do you wear it? How's it helpful to you? Now keep in mind this isn't a fancy one. It's not going to have all the bells and whistles. But that's the only thing I need it to do because I'm not into the technical stuff. My phone does a lot of stuff that I don't make use of. I don't care to learn. I don't care to learn what all my phone does. I know it has a, what do you call that thing? It has a pin in it. There's a little thing at the bottom that I can mash and the pin pops out. A stylus. Yeah. And so something you're supposed to be able to use that on your phone and write or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm sure my phone could be used a lot more helpful ways than however I use it, which is almost non-existent. I'm just not into electronics. I did electronics. I used to do like newsletters and different things like that. Websites. I used to do all that kind of stuff. Times have changed, the ways have changed, and I just got out of it and I don't care to learn it. I don't even care to know how. I don't want to know how. I'm happy knowing nothing. Sometimes I feel like I'm just better off not knowing how to do stuff, so I'm good. I'm good. But no, I don't carry a phone around with me. I know I see people all the time. Now, when I was at the hospital, I did sit down. I took my phone out of my purse and was looking at my phone. I didn't have nothing else to do. But if there's anything else for me to do, I'm going to pick that over a phone. Trust me. And then, like I said, like most of the time my phone's in the bottom of my purse dead. And by the time I pull it out and charge it, I already have like, I don't know, a couple hundred messages on there. Are you a phone person? Like, depend on your phone to do stuff? I mean, not to do stuff, but do you use your phone more than just entertainment? I don't know what I'm trying to ask. How much do you use your phone? Is your phone always in your hand, or are you always looking for your phone? I'm neither. My phone's looking for me. Sometimes if it's real quiet and I'm sitting in there at my desk, I'll hear that noise where it gets down to like, I think about 15%. It'll make a noise, and I'll jump up and I'll be like, oh, my phone needs charging. Where is it? And I'll go looking for it, and it'll be in my purse. And so I have to find it and put it on the charge. Yeah. But I do see people who, are like on their phones all the time. They're very dependent on their phone. And it could be for work. It could be just for entertainment, for pleasure. It's none of my business why they're on their phone all the time. But Big Daddy's on his phone quite a bit because he does get a lot of work emails and group texts through work. And he's often having to do stuff. Even on his days off, he's often looking, going through his phone and doing stuff that needs to be done for work, answering questions and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm still just exhausted, even though I slept I didn't sleep any of the night Thursday night, and then I went to those appointments. I went and ran an errand, and then I run by Dollar Tree and picked up a couple of things I wanted, and then came home and I, took a nap, and I still feel like I could take a nap. I feel like I could just, right now my chair is sitting up. I'm not laying back, but I do feel like I could just lay back and sleep and go to sleep for quite a while. Sissy's all up in the camera and don't even know it. Oh, Sissy girl. Okay, what you doing, Sissy? Huh? What you doing, Sissy girl? Sissy baby? That's a little bitty girl, aren't you? Where is Sassy? I don't know where Sassy's at. I know Phoebe's in there at her puppy bed. I don't know where Sassy's at. Sissy will lay down here on the back of this couch and sleep the whole time I'm asleep. She'll get comfy and lay down. Oh, goodness. So, what's your plans for the weekend? Tell me what you got going on. I do have something some parts I got at Dollar Tree today. I had saw something online that I wanted, but I wasn't going to pay that much for it on Etsy. And I was like, I can figure out how to make my own. And so I went to Dollar Tree and bought these little crates. And I'm going to try to make something similar. Not exact, of course, but something similar. Sissy? So anyway, I might record doing that tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows what's coming up? But I'm going to let you all get going. I hope you have a great rest of your night, a great Saturday, a great Sunday. I'll have some videos out there somewhere or another. And yes, some people did find that Big Daddy has a book out, a new book on Amazon. He actually has more than one book out there on Amazon. They're just not turned on that people can see them. They're not published yet, but he's still tweaking the one that's up there. It's a poetry book with 80 poems in it. He's still tweaking some things on it before he, was ready to share it, I guess. I don't know. I think he's going to do a video reading some poems. He has several books. He has several more books written. He just don't want to put them all out at the same time, right? And so, I believe he had one written before this poetry book, but then he just decided to throw a poetry book out there. And then he has, several more books written. He writes all the time. It's probably what he's doing in there right now. He just ate his dinner, and so he's probably in there writing. That's his hobby. Writing. Alright, guys, I'm going to let you all get going. I love you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, friends.